apparently after S.H.I.E.L.D. collapsed, the Avengers looked around like they just lost the Wi-Fi password and said, "Guys, who's doing the espionage now?" And instead of rebuilding a sleek global empire spy network, they let Wakanda start its own intelligence agency. It's a cool concept, right? Yeah, until you see the roster. Because what they created wasn't Wakandan CIA, it was Marvel character generator set to chaos. So the Agents of Wakanda first show up in Avengers number 10 back in 2018. The idea was really simple for this. S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone, the Avengers need intel. T'Challa tells Okio to assemble a stealth espionage focused support team operating from a Wakandan helicarrier. On paper, that sounds pretty elite, and you're expecting vibranium James Bond energy from this. You're expecting assassins moving through the shadows like encrypted data, but instead, you get this lineup. And this lineup consists of Okoye, the Wasp, Khazar, American Eagle, Manwolf, Gorilla Man, Fat Cobra, and Bro. I need you to imagine pitching this. Alright, sir, we've assembled a covert stealth strike team. And who's on it? Gorilla Man. There is no stealth scenario on Earth where a gorilla improves subtlety. It just does not happen. So, Okie, being the director, makes perfect sense. She's disciplined, tactical, actually kind of terrifying too. But imagine being her. You trained your whole life in Wakandan combat excellence. You're briefing the team, you look up, and there's a literal immortal gorilla, a kung fu snake man, and a jungle barbarian who looks like he moisturizes with tree sap. At some point, she absolutely questioned her life choices. And next, we want to talk about the Wasp, or Jeanette Van Dyne. She's the stabilizer. She's the one Avenger who feels like she wandered into a much more normal meeting than Okoye. She's the HR department of this fever dream, really. You just know she's the one saying, "Okay, guys, let's keep it really professional." While Bro, the alien dinosaur genius, is adjusting his glasses in the corner. So, here's the tone problem now. The concept is actually kind of fire. Wakanda stepping up to fill the global intelligence vacuum after Shield collapses is geopolitically kind of spicy. That's power shifting, really. That's T'Challa saying, "Fine, we'll run the world quietly," and that's cool. But the execution feels like someone hit shuffle on the Marvel Encyclopedia. This isn't a unified spy aesthetic here. It's Jungle Book, Espionage Edition. And the problem isn't that the team is weird. Guardians of the Galaxy proved weird works. The problem is tone cohesion. And when you hear Wakandan Intelligence Agency, you imagine precision, advanced tech, calculated dominance, but instead you get a roster that looks like it was assembled during a clearance sale at an Ollie's. It feels like less like a covert ops team and more like Marvel said, who wouldn't who haven't we used in the past 20 years? Just go ahead and put them in here. And to be fair, and I'm not saying that these characters are bad individually, some of them are cool in isolation, but as an espionage unit, this is like assembling a SWAT team and including a medieval knight because he's technically experienced. You can respect the boldness, you can admire the creativity, but you cannot convince me Gorilla Man increases the stealth stats. And here's where I land on this. This is going to be my final verdict on this team. As a concept, it's an 8 out of 10. Wakanda stepping into global power is very interesting. Its execution is pretty mid. Team cohesion, it feels like a group project where everyone kind of just brought a different assignment. So the overall rating, I am feeling like a pretty solid 6.5 out of 10 confused gorillas. And that's not terrible, it's not amazing, just really aggressively random. And that's really could be its biggest charm that's going on with this team. So, if you want, next time I can cover some more superheroes. If you like what you've seen here, please feel free to subscribe to the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay awesome.